GrabAGun and Beretta took a 5-time Olympic gold medalist undercover to a local competition.
I'm Vincent Hancock, 5-time Olympic medalist, and I'm going undercover as Garland Richardson. Today we're at a fundraising event where hopefully not as many people will know me, but I'm going to try to do my best to avoid those that I know. So when I was pitched this idea of going undercover and doing a little spoof of kind of like what Chad Powers was, and finding out my name was going to be Garland Richardson, I'm like, all right, no idea what that name is, or who came up with it, but you know what, I'm in. This is going to be a lot of fun. And so I knew staying in DFW, there were definitely going to be people that recognized me. So anytime I saw a person that I recognized, I would just turn around really quickly or like duck my head down so they couldn't see who I was.
Is that good enough? Is that too fast, too slow?
We're out at the Dallas Sporting Classic, out here at a private club outside of Dallas. It's here benefiting the Buckner School. We have Vincent Hancock who's going to join us incognito later on today. So we've kind of snuck Vinny in on our shooting team for Beretta. We're going to put him on there. He's going to come out under the alias of Garland Richardson. He is going to shoot on our team, kind of act like he doesn't know what he's doing, kind of play it up a little bit, and then eventually he'll get found out and, you know, take off the disguise and have a good time with everybody. But he's going to be out here shooting for us today, hopefully having a good comedic value to it all.
All right, who's up first?
Nobody stood up and said, hey, I want to.
You got it.
With your anchoring.
I'll anchor. All right, that'll work. Get things going in the wrong one. Oh.
Station 1 is the whole goal was to go there and not miss any targets. It being sporting clays and me doing the Olympic style of skeet, two very different things. But I have a background in sporting too. I had high expectations for myself, as evidenced by I typically wear a whoop and my heart rate was steady at like 135 the whole time we were there. I think, again, one of the hardest things about this was just trying to act like I'm this random guy from Georgia that was a hunter and versus an Olympic shooter. So I think that in and of itself played a role in having my heart rate elevated, because it wasn't that the targets were very hard. It's just that I was putting so much pressure to hit every one and then to not get caught. That was the whole crux of the issue to begin with, I think. I did have one hiccup. The very first station, I walk up to the guy and ask him his name. He introduces himself and I walk up and say, oh, hi, I'm Vincent.
Nice to meet you. I'm Vincent.
Vincent?
Garland. Sorry. Garland.
I'm like, oh gosh, no. And he's like, oh, nice to meet you, Vincent. I'm like, it's Garland, but yep, Vincent.
Hey, go listen to stuff. Like you're on the tape.
Don't shoot fast like me. Ball. There you go. Very nice. I'll try to hit a little bit harder for you too. Ball. Cool. Ball.
There we go. All right. That might be the best shooting I've seen today.
Perfect. Man, it's high. Can't get my head down.
Feels right, right?
Yeah.
You want to try
Maybe
it?
for you. No, go ahead. You're good. I'll stick to this one. I'm shooting it pretty good.
Shoot a lot of quail.
I grew up in Georgia, shoot tons of quail. It's the easy one. And he told us he shoots trap.
Okay, so that might almost exactly resemble a trap target. You see, there's light in my eyes coming through the crease here, sir.
Anytime I kind of saw somebody with a little bit of character or anything like that, I just ask them, hey, so what are these guys doing? Like, how do you shoot this? And I'm borrowing a gun. I'm like acting like I don't know what gun I'm gonna take. I'm wearing a hunting vest and just trying to act as simple as possible to have them not recognize who I am. And then as soon as I shoot, you can see like the realization dawning on their face of, wait a minute, this guy knows what he's doing.
Or just a quail shooter from Georgia? Man, he don't even mount the gun right. Well, he gets it. It's kind of making me mad.
As soon as I crack the gun, catch the shells and throw them out, I'm like every station, because it's just subconscious. I'm wanting to break these targets. because I know I want to win and set up this stage for perfect ending. I'm like, oh man, they definitely know that I do more than just shoot a few birds here and there.
Is that about where people usually shoot them? Okay. You mind if I try one? Yeah. Okay. Anybody ever done it the other way? Let's try that. On that second target, people been hitting it faster or slower?
Usually faster.
Faster? All right. That a little too fast?
Oh, that was all right.
All right. Whew. Well, that was a lot different. All right, I'm gonna start up gun like you were doing, Brian.
All right.
That just doesn't feel right. Pull. It seems to on this one at least, but
That pointing the finger thing's really helping too.
yes, it is. I like it a lot. Pull.
How's
Good.
it
How are
going?
you doing?
Jerry, you having a good
Well.
day? Absolutely. All right. What's up, Brian? How you doing? Good to see you. Man, it's good to see you.
Touch bottom left.
Yep.
Nothing else.
Yep.
And then touch
After
bottom
the
right.
apex or on the rise?
No, on the rise, still
Yep.
touch bottom left.
Okay.
But it's when I say it's looking like it's going to apex, it's still going up slightly
Going up
because
a
of
bit.
the angle.
Okay.
But bottom left, and then come over here. It's just before the apex. It's going to be apex, but do you think just before bottom right again? Okay. Really, not much of any lead right and left.
Okay.
Just bottom left, bottom right.
All right.
Each referee, it's the first time they get to see us. It's the only time they get to see us. That realization would come as soon as I shot the first double, where they're like, oh, this guy, wow, he just hit those targets really hard. Okay, maybe he knows what he's doing. Then I'd unload the gun. This guy knows more of what he's doing than what he's leading on. And then by the end of the station, typically, because I'd be asking, okay, how would you recommend doing this? Or where should I shoot this target at? And on multiple occasions, it was, I need to be asking you for advice. Like, you know what you're doing. This isn't just me. At the end of the shoot, which was a total of 78 targets, I broke 77, and I think the closest person to me was 75. They had everyone come together and do a final. So the top 6 athletes stepped up and they had us each shoot 6 more targets. I walk up with my camo Field and Stream backpack and my camo Beretta gun sleeve. Everybody's looking at it because the other ones are wearing vests, or they got really nice guns, or they're wearing nice shell pouches. Like, who is this guy that won and shot a 77 and he's carrying camo hunting stuff? There's no way, he must have cheated. And then I pull out my Olympic vest and I put that on. And then I pull out my Pila case and take my Beretta glasses off and lay them down on the ground, and I put my fancy Pilas on. And then I pull my gun out of the sleeve, and that's really what gets everybody, because I've got a special stock. It's made just for me, it's hand molded, everything else is perfect. You could just hear the levels of whispers start going up. And then as soon as I put that vest on though, one of the guys does a double take and he's like, wait a minute, I recognize that guy's face. And then he looks at my vest and you could just kind of see the realization dawn on him of, this guy was lying the entire time. And he goes down of being ready to win this whole thing to, great, now I actually have some competition. At the end, they're doing the awards ceremony, they're doing all the giveaways and everything, and when they announce the high overall, we walk up, so it's really the top 3, and I told the guys, because I had never intended on actually winning or receiving the trophy. The whole intention was to win, but then to give it to the next person. So we had it all set up perfectly. The crowd was still whispering, like they didn't know what was going on. And they called up, they introduced me. They said, but he's got a few things to say.
I'm not Garland Richardson. My name is Vincent Hancock. I'm a 5-time Olympic medalist in shooting. Woo! So, so we've, you guys have unknowingly, and all the referees, I apologize for putting on as much of a ruse as I could. I was acting as, I'm from Georgia originally, so I tried to go back. I saw some Atlanta Charity Clays guys out here. We need to talk. But it's been a lot of fun. So I apologize for my horrible Southern accent. Again, I spent years trying to fix it because nobody around the world could understand me. But now I got to go back. So it is with great pleasure that I get to show you guys what I was doing. The camera crew that was following me around, It's been a kind of a conjunction with both GrabAGun and Beretta and myself to make this kind of almost like Chad Powers. So if you guys know that, with Eli Manning, and that's kind of what this was. So appreciate you guys having me. It's been a lot of fun.
Joe Crafton, you're our champion.
No,
Yeah.
that's yours.
Joe, you're our champion.
By the end of everything, it seemed like everybody was okay with everything that had happened. There may have been one guy that still was a little bit upset because I think that he really wanted to win this thing, and he'd won it in the past before too, but he took it well, and so I'm hoping that by the end of it, 100% of people appreciated what we were able to pull off there and just saw it for what it was. It was fun, and it's something that hopefully will bring even more notoriety to the event as well as to the shooters that were there. Shooting sports has this ability to bring people together, that we do lots of things in the outdoors. People, hunters, fishers, sportsmen, clay shooters, whatever it may be, we all just love being outside. And this opportunity to come together to, one, raise money for good causes, but two, to just be out in nature, to experience the water, the woods, different hunting opportunities or different shooting opportunities. Out shooting clay targets, it's just an opportunity to go and be with friends, to meet new people that are all like-minded. And similar to what you find with golf, with shooting on the sporting clay side in particular, it's a different hole, if you will, every time. And so you get a totally different experience, a different feel, something that can remind you of your youth. And there was a couple stations there that the targets, the way they were set, reminded me of going out and quail hunting with my dad when I was young. So that was an opportunity for me to kind of reminisce. But for so many people, being out together, again, having fun and experiencing new experiences, that's really what this is all about. We want to get people outside. We want to let people have fun and enjoy their lives. And shooting sports really makes that a possibility for pretty much everyone. Definitely want to say thank you to Beretta and GrabAGun for putting all this together. For me, I'm a shooting athlete. I love doing this, and the Olympics have been my dream and my goal since I was 10 years old. And being able to have this opportunity to win those Olympic medals, but now find different ways to have an impact on the shooting community, that means a lot to me. I would love to do something like this again, but I'd like to take it kind of around the country and do it to where there's kids involved, there's adults involved, all these different opportunities. I think of dressing up even more, like putting on a prosthetic nose or putting on a wig. And I have short hair, we can do plenty of things with that. Make it to where something that the next generation of young athletes that are coming into the shooting sports, or even if it's just for hobby shooting, they have something to look at and say, hey, this is a lot of fun. I want to go try this. Or, hey, I'm already doing this a little bit. Who knows? We might find the next Olympic medalist out there just by going out and having some fun. I'm very appreciative for everyone that was involved, from the cameramen to Beretta to GrabAGun to on down the list. Thank you for everything that you guys did, and I'm just glad to be a part of it. Hopefully we get to do it again.